Welcome back to Strange Things from Across the Pond. As promised, we're doing Takis. Alright, I have got here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different types of Takis. And I have left it way too late to start filming and editing this episode, so I apologise if it's late, but I'm quite determined for it not to be. But anyway, it could happen. Now, I do not have the original flavour here, because I've already done that once before, and there's also a red flavour that's meant to be even spicier than the original. These I've gathered up over the course of a couple of months. Some of them on the American airbase that's nearby, some of them in UK shops, but all of them come from the States. Honestly, the more I look into this, the more flavours there seem to be out there. This is not everything. No doubt I will find another flavour that I haven't tried before, and it will be on Strange Things from Across the Pond, because I love Takis, they're great. Right, so, flavours that we have. Guacamole. These are rated mild. Could be interesting. Zombie, not sure what that's supposed to taste of. Wild, yeah, okay. Queso Volcano, that again could be interesting. Intense Nacho, which just says non-spicy, which I suppose is even lower than mild. I imagine that's going to be a really cheesy flavour. Maybe even a good replacement for those cheesy nachos, the Snoop Dogg ones that I did in previous episodes, because they were a bit of a disappointment. So, looking forward to them. We then have Dragon Sweet Chili, which is rated hot. And then I have these as well, which I think are identical. But we'll try those side by side, because there may be some differences. Probably not. I may only have 7 different types. Anyway, moving on. And then lastly, we have these Blue Heat, which are the only ones I have that are rated extreme. So I think maybe I'll do those last, because I would like to taste everything else first before I destroy my taste buds for the next week. Alright, let's get on with it. I think, since I am just now realising I may have made a bit of an error with this, we'll start with these two, because, yeah, I think they are the same flavour now. Whoops. Right, so it's a bit of a cock-up, but I'm going to take this as a win, because this might just save me an hour or 2 on the editing, so that's fine. Right, so Takis Dragon Sweet Chili. I think this is just going to be the same, but in a different language. I will, however, try the translate option on my phone. Sweet Lily Dragon's Spicy Chili. Okay, what does this say on here? Okay, it's not translating that bit, but I'm going to take that as being hot. And it seems to be, these are labelled only as sweet chili flavour, but here it says spicy sweet chili or chili piquant, whatever. They probably mean exactly the same thing. Never mind. I can't remember where I got each of these from, but the likelihood is these came from the American supermarket on the airbase, and these probably came from a UK supermarket, but I can't fully remember. But you know what, there may be some differences between them. You never know. Right, flip them over. So, we are going to do, let's do nutritional information for both up in the corners. And we'll go through the ingredients for this one first. They're in English and Spanish. Obviously, I'm only going to read the English. And we can compare it to this one as well. We'll try and put the ingredients in the bottom corners. This one first. So we have corn flour, vegetable oil, which is canola and palm. Seasoning, which is sugars, corn, maltodextrin, sugar and dextrose, salt, potassium chloride, hydrolyzed soy protein, acetic acid, citric acid, natural flavour, autolyzed yeast extract, spices, Allura red for colour, sunset yellow FCF for colour, paprika extract, cayenne pepper sauce, disodium inosinate, disodium guanylate, silicon dioxide, contains water. I doubt that, well, at least very little of it. Okay, and then the second one, that is pre-cooked corn flour, same as the first one. Vegetable fat, listed as palm, as in palm oil. Here it says vegetable oil, as in canola and palm oil. Okay. Sweet chili flavour seasoning. This is then just a seasoning, but this is where it seems to get a bit different. So we have sugar, but on this one it lists what the sugars are. Okay. Maltodextrin, that's listed on here. Salt, that's on here. Natural flavourings, flavour enhancers, potassium chloride, disodium 5-ribonucleotides, and monosodium glutamate. Interestingly, monosodium glutamate isn't listed on the American ones, so it's either not there or for some reason they're not required to list it. Anyway, acidity regulators, citric acid and sodium acetates. Colouring, beetroot red, paprika extract, radish concentrate, apple and blackcurrant spice, being black pepper, hydrolyzed vegetable protein, which is soya, vegetable oil, which is sunflower, and more vegetable oil, also sunflower, may contain milk. So that's actually quite interesting. Initially they're the same, you know, the pre-cooked corn flour, that's just what they're made of, the base ingredient. But then the further down the list we go, the more different they become. This one contains monosodium glutamate, MSG. This one apparently does not. This one's using, well, different names of colouring and flavouring. I'll have a quick look to see if they actually have any different, but yeah, there may actually be some difference between these two. This could be an interesting, strange things from across the pond. I'm also just noticing here, produced in Spain by Bimbo Donuts Iberia. Okay, and then this one is product of Mexico. So both are from across the pond, except this one says imported and distributed in the UK. So this is a UK version. This is obviously an American version. I think this is a first for strange things from across the pond. We have a UK version and an American version of, in theory, the same product. But looking at the ingredients and looking at it in detail, they are obviously not. All right. I think the only thing left to do is get them open and let's do a comparison. American ones first. Sniff test immediately after opening the bag. They smell of sweet chili. Interestingly though, not as strong as I would have hoped. Normally you open a packet of Takis and the smell hits you straight away. They're really intense, but not so with these. Alright. Skip a few out. And let's do the UK ones. Those, again, sweet chili, definitely, but they are different somehow. This one almost sweeter in a way. The UK one almost a little earthy. Maybe that's the beetroot that it mentioned. Yeah, interesting. Let's pour them out. There we have it. Two, at least on the face of them, identical products. But all we've done so far is the sniff test, and looking at these, I'm hoping this is coming across on camera, they are a different colour. They are definitely a different colour. These are sort of lighter, and you can see the corn underneath, the colour of it coming through, that sort of yellowy colour. These are darker, and you can still see it coming through the corn colour, but it's not as much. It's ever so slightly. These are more browny orange, and these are more sweet chili coloured. Like I say, they both smell of sweet chili, but they are subtly different. This one, sweeter, almost like if you imagine bottles of sauce, this one is a very mild sweet chili sauce. This one, earthy is the word I keep coming back to, but almost like it would be a little hotter. This, you know, if this was a bottle of sauce. Alright, not much else to do than go straight in with a taste test. Okay. Texture-wise, Takis. They're all the same texture-wise. Hard and crunchy. They're, you know, corn tortillas rolled up and roasted. Exactly what you'd expect. I'm not going to talk too much about the texture, unless one of them is significantly different. The flavour, though, lacking a bit. Let's try one more, but there wasn't much there. There's a lot of heat that comes later, as in I'd nearly finished chewing it and swallowed it, and then I got a burning at the back of the throat. But flavour lacking a bit there. I hope this isn't going to end up like the wrap snacks episode. I really like Takis. Yeah, I don't think they're stale. I have had them a little while, but I don't think they're stale. But apart from the burn, there's really not much in the way of flavour there. Yeah, I mean, it is there, and it's exactly what you'd expect from sweet chilli flavoured crisps, but it's not that strong. Honestly, I could get a packet of Walker's Sensations from the supermarket, and they'd have about the same flavour. Sorry, not a lot there. I'll give it one last try before I move on to the others. Yeah, it's not getting any better. Alright, let's try the UK ones then. They're better. They're a lot better. I like them. Similar sort of thing. Like I said, texture exactly the same, not going to go into that. Still got that burn that comes very late, just as you're getting ready to swallow it, but there is more flavour there. I think those few ingredients that were different are making a big difference. Let's try a bit more. Definitely sweet chilli flavour, but it's a deeper flavour. It's almost like you're eating a meal as well, like a fully cooked, say, a Chinese meal, a succulent Chinese meal.
What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal?
There's more to it. Yeah, it's a more complex flavour. It's still sweet chilli sauce, but it's a much higher quality sweet chilli sauce, you could say. It's really good, and that little bit of earthiness coming through as well. It's there. They're good. I'm going to have some more of these. They're wonderful. I really like them. I'll give these one last try to impress. So far, they're winning. They taste a little better now, but I suspect it's just the remnants of these. They're not doing anything wrong, but like I say, I've come to expect a higher standard from Takis, and they're just crisps. I could go down to the local corner shop or the local supermarket and get something that's just as good as that. Previous flavours of Takis that I've tried have always been that step up, and it's been great. These are meeting the standard that I expect of Takis. Those, just okay. Yeah. Right, let's have a few more. Let's move on to another flavour. They're nice.